an exciting game.
Tip is controlled by Mount Vernon. Coming away with it is Coleon Hawkins. Hawkins on the dribble. He goes right side to Sledge. Sledge holds, looks inside for Spann. Can't get there. Goes to Williams. Williams covered by McCauley to Hawkins in the corner. Sledge pumps, fakes the three. Gives it back out to Suggs. Willie Suggs holds to Williams. Has to be a thrill for Williams, playing in the first game in the holiday term as a freshman. And Spann gets a shot up. No good. Rebound comes off to Mount Carmel.
And Mount Carmel came out in straight man. Mount Vernon will match that man-to-man defense.
Miles has it. He goes to McCauley. McCauley looks inside. He goes to Victor Junius along the baseline. Back out to McCauley. McCauley, the right side it goes to Marlo Miles. Miles, between the legs dribble. Back out front to McCauley against the man-to-man. They go inside. Back out it goes. Pop it back out to Pearson. Back to McCauley. Back inside and a shot up and good. Nice shot by Kevin Fry. Fry is going to be hard to handle for Mount Vernon.
Yes, he is, Ken, and he's put on a lot of weight since last year during the holiday tournament. He was a rail thin kid last year as a freshman.
And he looks for somebody and lobs it out deep to Hawkins. Hawkins to Williams. They swing it on the left side to Sledge. Jared Sledge. Out front it goes to Hawkins. Mount Vernon's having a hard time getting a shot against the good defense of Mount Carmel.
Damian Pearson doing a real good job on David Spahn right now.
Still on the outside. Suggs gives it to Sledge in the corner, goes inside, it goes to Spann. Back out it goes to Hawkins. They feed off to Sledge. His shot's blocked. Good outside shooter. His free throw is in and out. Very first period. The next free throw is up and good. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. And Mount Carmel will have the ball.
No pressure except for Williams will pick up at the timeline.
Straight up man-to-man. Marlo Miles drives. Pretty good defense that time, and we have a... So Pearson gets to the end to Miles. Miles for the Caravan from Mount Carmel. Looks inside, gets it to Victor Junius. He gets in the lane, puts up a short jumper, no good, and the rebound comes off to David Spann. Back the other way comes Hawkins. He stops his dribble. He lobs across court to Jared Sledge. Good catch by Sledge in the corner. Back out to Hawkins. Then they go out on the perimeter to Suggs along the baseline. Williams up and in.
Oh, he shows no freshman jitters. He ran right off of a nice screen and knocked home a little 9-foot baseline, Jay.
Looks like he has a lot of confidence as far as a freshman. Miles, a short jumper in the lane, no good. Rebound, fall forward, and Williams comes away with it. Williams gets it off to David Spann on the right side. Back out front to Hawkins. Hawkins looks for somebody, starts to drive, gets the free throw line, cut off there. Picks up his dribble, now he's in trouble and has it knocked away, but Williams had it, lost it. And Hawkins will bring it across the timeline for Mount Vernon. The Rams are up 4-2. They go to Williams. He almost has it taken away by McCauley. He's going to fire a three. Short, no good. Followed his own shot but couldn't get to it. But 4-2. Mount Vernon by 2. Mount Carmel has the ball. 5 minutes exactly left to go in this first period. Right side McCauley. Looks inside to Fry. Can't get it to him right now. Still looks inside. Can't get it there. Good defense. They get it to Fry finally. 10-foot jumper along the baseline, no good. And rebound Sledge gets the long bound. And Hawkins will bring it across the timeline. Between circles, Hawkins throws.
Formal starter.
And thrown away by Mount Vernon. Miles behind the back. First one's up. And
relaxed, very loose, and they're very athletic. They've got some leapers on this team, and there you see some of it right there. Pearson fighting to get the rebound.
Yep, took it away, and shot's no good. Picked up, and will fire a three at a high arching three. It's no good, and Hawkins gets the rebound. 4-3, Mount Vernon. We've played almost half of the first quarter. Spann gets in the lane.
Yeah, the talent's definitely there.
They get it into Sledge. He brings it out front, knocked away, and Houston's trying to run it down. McCauley out-hustles him, and then they call a foul on McCauley. On the dribble, against the man-to-man. He goes right side to Spann. Spann starts to drive. He's doing more from the outside this year than he did last year. He was almost in. And Mount Carmel have the ball on the dribble. For Mount Carmel is Dildy.
That's Emmanuel Dildy. That's the freshman that everyone upstate has been talking about so much. He's quite a player.
McCauley's trapped. He gets it off and out of bounds off of first quarter. Goes to the left side to Sledge along the baseline. Almost thrown away, but Houston gets to it. He looks inside to Maurer. Can't get it to him. Brings it back out front instead to Blakemore. Blakemore across court to Spann. Spann on the dribble. Can't beat Pearson. Good defense by Pearson. They go in the corner to Maurer. Inside Sledge. Shot up and in. Nice ball movement that time by Mount Vernon.
That all happened because Damian Pearson slipped and fell at the free throw line, and he lost David Spann, and Fry went to cover Spann, and that left Sledge wide open.
6-3 Mount Vernon. McCauley has it. He goes to Mitchell, has it knocked away. So Mitchell's got a couple of turnovers real quickly since he came in. Blakemore to Spann, inside to Maurer, knocked away and stolen by Fry. Nice defensive play by Fry.
4th turnover on Mount Vernon, Ken.
McCauley back the other way, goes inside. Pearson layup, good. Good pass that time, and Pearson got the easy basket. Only the second field goal for Mount Carmel. 2:30 left to go here in this first quarter. 6-5. Mount Vernon has the lead by 1. They have the ball also. Sledge open for the 3. It's long, no good. Rebound, high for the rebound. Spann had it, lost it, but picked up by Blakemore. Blakemore stops, gives it to Maurer on the left wing. He's out 27 feet from the basket.
17 to Carbondale.
And on the dribble, Blakemore, he stops, picks up his dribble, gives it to Suggs. Right side he goes to Houston. Out front, top the circle. Spann, he gets inside, and he puts it up off glass and in. Nice move by David Spann. He's much more active with the ball this year. Last year was just stick around down inside. 8-5 Mount Vernon, under 2 minutes to go here in this first period. On the dribble, Dildy, he gives it to Pearson. A free throw line jumper's no good, and rebound comes off and picked up by Hawkins for Mount Vernon. He goes back the other way to Blakemore. Blakemore dribbles back out, gives it to Houston. Wide open for the 3. Short, no good. Rebound off the hand.
Chicago Marshall, their last time out, that game was last Wednesday before the break.
Marlo Miles has the ball. He comes down the right side. He's on the right wing. He looks inside. Can't get it to Fry. Still on the dribble. Goes back out front instead of Mitchell. And through Dildy's hands out. And to bring it across the timeline will be Blakemore. Bit of a small guard. He drives in the lane, stops, feeds off to Houston. Back out it goes to Hawkins. Hawkins back out to Blakemore for Mount Vernon. They go to Suggs. They look inside. Nobody there. So Hawkins takes it on the left wing. He's covered by Marlo Miles. To Houston. Houston top the circle. Back to Hawkins. Hawkins looks inside for Spann. Can't get it there. Goes to Houston on the other wing on the right side. Then to Spann. Top the circle. And back over to Blakemore. Blakemore between circles. Gets the free.
Last year at the JV level showed every sign of and he played a lot of varsity.
He looked good in the varsity in the holiday tournament. Mitchell jumps up from 8. No good. Rebound. Fry went up with it. Pushed off. No call. And then finally a foul. Sophomore. Miles has it out on the left wing. He's on the dribble between the legs. He comes. Stops, looks, goes cross court to Dildy. Nice catch there to Mitchell along the baseline. Has it tipped away. Tries to save it. Finally gets it back into Victor Junius. Junius holds top the circle to Miles. Fakes the 3. Starts to drive. Feeds off to Mitchell. Mitchell has a hard time catching the ball. To Miles. Miles in the free throw circle. Backs back out to Dildy. Dildy starts to drive along the baseline. Jumper from 10 feet up and in.
That is a freshman at the
quarter, and they were about as cold inside as it is outside, Mike.
The games are getting more slow-paced as we go along throughout the day after the first one, which was a up-and-down track meet, and now these games have started to slow down just a little bit.
Hard to keep up with that one. Mitchell starts to drive. He gets along the baseline, throws it back out to Dildy. Dildy top the circle. Goes over to Miles on the right side of the corner. He looks inside, and we got a whole
game between those two schools at 10:30 tomorrow.
On the dribble, Blakemore. Blakemore spins away from the man, gives it to Spann on the right side. Junius covers him. Spann gives it out front to Hawkins. They go to Sledge. Inside it goes, and knocked away from Spann. And Sledge takes an 18-footer and hits it.
You cannot leave him that wide open. That's a half a dozen for Jared Sledge. Young man can shoot the basketball.
Now Carmel turn. That was a good play by Mr. Prince. They've got along the baseline. Spann's got it. He goes inside, and
Kevin Fry.
Well, he had a block.
That one out.
He was laying on the floor. First free throw's missed, and he'll try again. Will David Spann try to give Mount Vernon a 4-point lead, and he does as it rolls around, and he gets the good roll. Miles will bring it across the timeline. Miles, Dildy, McCauley, Fry, Mitchell in the lineup for Mount Carmel. They lob it inside to Fry. He gets deep inside. He gets the shot partially blocked and then blocked again by Spann, but Mount Carmel comes away with it.
That's 6'7" against 5'11" there.
To the end to Fry. It's tipped away, but McCauley comes away with it out top the circle. He goes to Dildy on the right side. Dildy Gets the top of the circle himself. Then he gives it to Miles, who shoots a long three high off the board. No good. Tipped out of bounds by him for a long time and knocked out of bounds. Into Pearson. He goes to Miles on the right side. Miles out front. McCauley to Pearson on the left side. They look inside of Mitchell. Don't give it to him there. Inside, they try to go inside, and nice play. Mount Vernon still with the 4-point lead. Inside it goes. Mitchell, he's double teamed, gets it back out to Miles. He gets an 8-footer, but he doesn't take it. Instead, he gives it to McCauley for three, and he hits it. McCauley hits the three, and quickly it's 11-10.
He makes his shots count. That's the only one he's taken so far today.
Blakemore gives it off to Spann. They go to Hawkins. Hawkins gets inside, has it tipped away and stolen. Back the other way, McCauley gets it up ahead. And McGargo loses it, gets it back, gets it into Mitchell. Layup blocked by Sledge. He gets the shot back. Mitchell does. No good. Rebound, Suggs.
And the Mount Vernon faithful applaud the defensive stand just put on.
And then they almost lose it. Blakemore gets on the floor, gets it off. McCauley gets it away. Up ahead it goes to Miles. Miles goes for the basket. Offensive foul. Across the timeline. Oh, he double dribbled. Nobody saw him. Got away with it, but then he throws it away, does Blakemore. That's loose on the floor. Battle for it.
3 to 3/4.
Right, 5:20 left to go, and Mount Vernon has the ball, and they throw it away. And Miles will bring it across the timeline. Miles starts to dribble, and he's going to... They get it into McCauley. He goes back out to Miles. Miles, free throw line, throws it on the right side and out of bounds. Turnover.
Some fun out there.
Each team with 9 turnovers, 11 and 10 points respectively. So it's pretty bad when your turnovers almost equal your points. Top of the circle it goes to Hawkins. He's between circles. He goes on the left side to Suggs. Suggs gives it to Williams. He's between circles. He starts to drive. Gets around one man, gets around another man, puts it up, short jumper, no good. Spann gets a rebound, fights and Spann with first free throw is good. First point scored for a long time by anyone. Spann has 4.
And Emmanuel Dildy, the heralded freshman, back in for the Caravan, replacing McCauley and his 2 fouls.
Spann will try again. He misses this one. Miles gets the rebound. He's on the run back the other way. And Suggs tries to sneak up behind him and get the ball. He can't. They go inside to Pearson, and Pearson takes his time. The first free throw is long, no good, and rebound tipped in by Fry. Boy, he got good position and put it up and in. 12-12. We're all tied. 4:20 left to go here in this first half, and Hawkins loses it. Back the other way comes Dildy. Dildy feeds off and walking. Hawkins will bring it across. And instead he gives it to Houston. Houston across the timeline. Tries to pass to Maurer along the baseline and throws it away. 11 turnovers. And here comes Dildy back from Mount Carmel. Out front, Pearson to Miles. They're out on the perimeter. He starts to drive, gets inside, layup good. Miles got around the defense, put it up and in. 14-12. The Caravan of Mount Carmel takes the lead.
That's his first field goal.
Yes, it is. And Hawkins gets double teamed. He gets it off and knocked
playing at this level, plus on the at the JV level.
Maurer with a nice pass inside to Spann for the layup. Good. Spann with 8. And that was a great pass from Maurer to Spann. We're tied at 14. He has 6 rather. 2 field goals, couple free throws. Fry tips it back out to Miles. Starts to drive and he stops. Goes back out to Dildy. Dildy feeds off. On the right side, the jumper for 3 is no good. It comes out long, and Houston comes off with the rebound. 9 fouls on Mount Carmel, and Houston shoots the free throw, and it's good. His first point, he'll try one more.
Jared Sledge going to come back in for Ryan Maurer for Mount Vernon.
15-14. Mount Vernon with a 1-point lead. 3:09 left to go in this first half. Free throw by Houston's good. Hits them both. Mount Vernon's been pretty good from the foul line. 6 of 8. Dildy on the dribble. Feeds inside to Fry. Fry gets it, puts it up and in.
Well, Kevin Fry has strong hands because there were 3 other sets of hands trying to knock that ball loose. And Ken, he just kept right a hold of it and put up a nice little 6-foot jumper.
Yeah, they were whacking all over him. Houston has it. Almost stepped on the line. He did. Playing pretty good defense. Dildy gets it to McCargo. Fight for the ball and loose and picked up in the corner by Blakemore runs it down the other way. Goes to the corner to Span. Span gets along the baseline. Tough shot, no good. Looked like it might have touched it right in front of the
I think
basket.
Fry may have got a hold of it.
Dildy gives it along the baseline to Pearson. His jumper from 10's no good. Good position by Span, but he loses the rebound. McCauley gets it and gets in the lane. Throws one up, no good. And rebound comes off to Blakemore. Not a good shot that time by McCauley.
He ran out of options the minute he picked up his dribble. There was nobody to help him out.
Blakemore has it on the left side. Gets inside. And he has a in the half. And the free throw's no good. Vernon's now 6 of 9 from the free throw line. Much above the national average.
That's no kidding. It's amazing how bad free throw shooting is. Not just at the pro level.
Dildy will bring it across the line. Mount Vernon goes zone for the first time now. 1-2-2. Blake, they go in the corner to McCauley. Wide open for the three. It's good. McCauley has 2 threes.
I'm telling you, it's almost automatic just watching him last night and then here today. He's only taken 3 shots.
Guess they only gave him a 2 on it.
Oh, they only did mark that as a 2. Okay.
Guess so. He must have stepped on the line, so it's 19-17. They pressure. Span has it along the baseline. He goes to Williams. Nice pass to Sledge. Sledge gets his shot blocked, and Mount Carmel comes away with it. Good pass by Williams. Dildy gets in the lane, feeds off in the corner, and we got a technical foul on Creel. They still haven't changed it.
Because I had already written 3 down on my score sheet.
Me too.
I didn't see any way around the fact that wasn't a 3, but...
Well, McCauley makes the first free throw.
Okay. He has a half a dozen, Ken, in a very limited role due to 2 fouls early.
I guess it wasn't. We'll have to change that back to a 2. 15. When Dildy puts his in, then he can't see his number anymore in the front.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to Emmanuel Dildy, is there, Ken?
Well, McCauley has it. He lobs inside to Fry. Fry turns along the baseline. Nice shot by Fry up and in. He has 8.
He has a good touch.
Yeah,
Real nice touch.
Looks good on the inside, doesn't he? 22-17. Mount Carmel leads Mount Vernon. Williams fakes the 3, drives, gets inside. Tough shot, 4 seconds. And Dildy will walk it across the timeline. Mount Carmel with a 5-point lead in a very low-scoring first half. Give it to McCargo. McCargo gives it to Dildy. Back out front to McCauley. To Pearson. To Dildy. To Pearson. They're out near center line at 30 seconds. To McCauley. McCauley on the dribble with Williams on him. Gives it to Dildy. 22 seconds. Won't be many times you see 2 freshmen on the floor at the same time in the Centralia Holiday Tournament.
Isn't that amazing? And both one started. Kent Williams a starter. Dildy has started, I think, 1 game, according to Coach Curta.
10 seconds left, and Dildy has the ball. Starts to drive, gets along the lane, stops and he walks. Runs it across, gets inside, feeds off Williams, open for the 3, and he steps long. Mount Vernon intercepts, and then Houston. And McCauley has it. He'll set up the offense against the man-to-man. Mount Vernon's gone basically man-to-man. Zone a couple of possessions, but not often. They give it out front. Dildy has it. He looks inside to Fry, and good defense by Span to cover up inside. Gets it to Miles on the left side, inside to Fry. He turns from 5 up and in. Boy, Fry has a nice, soft touch. He has 10.
Well, how good will he be in 2 years as a senior?
I don't know. And then Dildy got
as a freshman,
to go with him. So
picked up 4, and a couple of the assistants with a couple of words from Marlo Miles.
And McCargo comes in. Out front, Hawkins has it. He's covered by McCargo out there. Coach Mike Curta just grabbed his head on that 4th foul by Marlo Miles.
You got to have your marquee player out there.
24-17. Houston has it for Mount Vernon. Dildy guards him. He gets to the free throw line and backs out close to a 5-second call to Hawkins. Hawkins cut off by McCargo. He's double teamed and he gets rid of it barely. Along the baseline it goes. Span up. No good. Rebound. McCargo comes away with it. Now Vernon worked. Got a good shot and didn't score. Fry has it. Out front. Dildy starts to drive. Feeds inside. Wide open. Pearson layup good.
Nice pass by Emmanuel Dildy.
Pearson was wide open. Boy, someplace the defense fell apart there. 26-17, a 9-point lead. The way Mount Vernon hasn't been putting points on the board, it's going to be difficult, and they get taken away. Pearson on the run. Goes for a layup, and we got no basket. We're going to have a travel on.
Marshall 71 54, I
don't
believe.
think they've been scoring a lot, have they?
No, not as a whole, and you wonder why. I mean, with Miles averaging 18.
They throw it away, does Mount Vernon. Back the other way, McCargo. He's on the drive. He's double teamed, gets it back out to Dildy, to McCauley. McCauley to Dildy. Yes, Mike?
No, I was just a little choked up there for just a second.
Fry has it, the free throw line, tries to feed inside to Dildy. He brings it back out front to McCargo, to McCauley, along the baseline to Pearson, and he gets it stuffed, and they're going to call it. Otherwise, you might not be eligible later in your career, as Pearson misses this free throw. He's now 0 for 2. Seems to be a lack of concentration on the game in the booth right now.
Oh,
And the ball goes under 26-17 as he missed both free throws. Did Pearson. He has the ball back right now. Top the circle, McCauley gives it to McCargo, to Dildy. He brings it back out between circles to Pearson. Pearson looks for somebody, gives it to Fry at the free throw line, back to Pearson, goes in, layup good. Nice move by Pearson. That's 6. This is getting to be a blowout, 28-17.
And we didn't expect, this is not what we expected from Mount Vernon at all, Ken.
And the trappy defense is really hurting. And nice save into Span. He gets the layup.
Pearson did everything right except for one thing. He hustled well to get the save, except he threw the ball right back underneath the Mount Vernon basket, and that's not where you want to put that one. Gift 2 for Mount Vernon.
And with 4:50 left to go here in this third period, it's 28-19. Mount Carmel has the ball and the lead. They give it out to McCargo, to McCauley. Victor Junius gets ready to come back in. McCauley stops, gives it back to Dildy. Dildy starts to drive, and you...
Third. Or did they... Boy, I'm all confused. The number they're showing on the board is not who the foul was on.
Well, they must...
Foul on the Caravan.
Hawkins on the dribble out front. Goes between the legs, starts to drive, gets free throw line, gets inside the free throw line, has no place to go, gives it to Span. He starts to drive.
It's amazing, a guy's 6'3", and then Span at 5'11".
Free throw misses.
Both play like a couple of bulldogs under the basket.
And back in the lineup is going to come Michael Blakemore. He will replace Houston. Mount Vernon has a very small lineup in there now. Sledge is out, Mauer's out. Suggs at 6'2" is the big man. Free throw's good. And it's 28-20. Mount Carmel has the lead. 4:10 left to go here in the third period. Victor Junius has it. He's at the top of the circle, gives it back. They give it to McCargo, to McCauley, swing it on the right side to Pearson. Pearson looks inside. He's on the right wing, goes out front. McCauley to Dildy. Inside it goes to Pearson. Pearson missed Junius wide open. McCauley to Dildy. Back to McCauley between circles. Very patient this time, Mount Carmel. And almost stolen. Pearson gets it back. He's double teamed, gets it off to Dildy. And the shot is missed, and the rebound comes off to Suggs. We must stop passing notes.
It's like grade school, isn't it?
They go to Span. He starts to drive, tries to spin away, gets inside, no good, and the rebound comes off to Pearson. Well, Mount Vernon just can't score right now.
They've gone ice cold.
And they were never very warm.
No.
McCauley has it. Back out to McCargo. 28-20, 3:05 left to go. Coming up next, Carver and Belleville West.
The only two they did score was the gift 2 that got handed to them right under the basket earlier.
Exactly.
That's been it.
Mount Carmel swings it around on the perimeter against the zone defense of Mount Vernon. Then they go to Pearson, who shoots an air ball for a 3. And Mount Vernon brings it back the other way. Span has it, top the circle, to Williams on the left corner. Williams looks for somebody, gives it to Suggs at the free throw line. Back out it goes to Hawkins. Hawkins comes left side to Span. Span can't get around Pearson. Gives it back to Blakemore. Out front, Williams. 2:15 left to go. Span starts to drive again. He goes through 2 men. Fights for his own rebound. Covered up on the floor.
Well, that's almost 40%. Well, it's not really acceptable. But
Well, I mean,
they're
yeah,
two
it's
away
over
from
40.
50. Yeah, you know.
Well, McCauley has it out front as we hit the 2-minute mark of the third period for Mount Carmel. To Pearson. To McCargo. They play around with it out on the perimeter. They don't seem to be too excited about getting the ball inside. Pearson has it in the corner. Mauer's back in the lineup with Williams, Hawkins, Blakemore, and Spann. They give it to McCargo, back to McCauley, and Fry wasn't looking and stolen away. Spann on the run back to the way, 2-on-2, takes it all the way, layup good. Spann in double figures, the first Mount Vernon player in double figures. Of course, the team's barely in double figures, so
that would kind of stand to reason. He has half of their 22.
Exactly. 1:20 left to go. 28-22. Mount Vernon's only 6 down in this one. They have to be pretty happy with that right now. Dildy, McCauley. They go Pearson along the baseline. He's covered by Mauer. Back out to McCauley, to Fry, who stands and lets it get stolen away. 2-on-1. Spann, no good. And Dildy takes the rebound.
And Mount Carmel has numbers here.
3-on-2. Back to Fry, and he missed the dunk. Up and in by Pearson.
Showed a little spring in the step there.
Yeah, really. Pearson gets the basket. Good hustle by Pearson, and he has 8. Blakemore to Spann. 30-22. Well, that would have been a big basket. Williams for 3. It's long. No good. Rebound. Dildy. And Mauer and Fry.
Their own basket.
They trail it by 8. They get it into Williams. He was open. He shoots from 15 and puts it in. Nice shot by Williams. That's the first field goal he's had in a long time. Mount Vernon's 8 out of 20 from the field. McCauley on the dribble, and he get it into Mount Carmel. McCauley has it. He goes on the right side to Pearson. Goes along the baseline to Dildy. He's double team there, so he gets it back out to Pearson, to McCauley. Open for the 3. Good.
Boy, is he on.
Oh, they just hit that big 3, and that could have broken the back of the Mount Vernon Rams, Mike.
Oh, yeah, it very well could have. That Mount Vernon had clawed their way back down to only being down 6, and now it's a 9-point game as we enter the fourth quarter.
Shots no good.
Oh,
by Fry. Fry with a great tip, and he has
12 now.
Yep.
Boy, what a play by Kevin Fry.
Feed it off to Mauer.
I don't know what they did with that foul.
And Mauer's first free throw is in and out. Back in again.
His first point of the day.
Ryan Mauer with the first free throw. 35-25, and this one makes it still 35-25 as he misses that. 7:25 left to go in this one. Mount Vernon down by 10. Mount Carmel has the ball. McCargo has it. He goes to McCauley on the left side. McCauley has hit 3 threes today. And he has 10 points. McCargo to McCauley. Swinging on the left side to Pearson, covered by Mauer. Back to McCargo to McCauley. Looks like that Mount Carmel runs some time. We go under 7 with the 10-point lead. McCargo. They just play catch out around the perimeter. Pearson.
I've just got this feeling for some reason Mount Vernon's going to make a run.
Think
I
so?
don't know why. I just got a feeling. Talent-wise, there's not a whole lot separating these two teams.
And an offensive foul on McCauley as Blakemore will bring it across the timeline as Dildy gets ready to come back in for Mount Carmel. They go to Suggs, to Williams. He starts to drive, feeds it back out to Blakemore. Fakes the 3, gets inside the 3-point arc. No good. Suggs with a rebound, back up and in. Nice rebound by Suggs, his first basket of the game. 35-27, 6:15 to go in the fourth period. They go to Pearson for Mount Carmel. Out front, Miles. Miles covered by Coleon Hawkins on the dribble. Miles hasn't done much today. He feeds inside to Victor Junius. Junius brings it back out to Miles. Open for the 3. Finally takes it and hits it. Marlo Miles with only his second field goal. He has 6 points now. He almost didn't want to take that, it seemed.
No, he waited. Then finally they brought somebody out to him. He went and shot it as they were coming out to get him.
Hawkins has it out front, 38-27. Williams along the baseline and almost stepping out of bounds.
And he did.
Turnover.
See? Moose and Rip with all of that action for you. That should start about 2:45.
McCargo takes it in, no good. Rebound, Span. Span gets himself in trouble and almost gets fouled. Not quite. They give it off to Blakemore. Blakemore goes back out and they throw it away. Does Mount Vernon. It's over and back. 18 turnovers for Mount. Dildy to Pearson. Out front to McCargo. They swing it around on the outside to Miles. Miles out right in front of the Mount Carmel bench. Starts to drive, goes behind the back. And then backs back out between circles to Dildy. He's out of the hash mark on the left side. To Pearson, to Miles. Miles starts to drive, gets around. Houston puts it up, no good. Tipped up and in by Victor Junius. Good timing by Junius. His first field goal of the afternoon. 40-27. Williams fakes the three.
This game's slowly starting to get out of reach for Mount Vernon. I thought they were going to make the run, and offensively, they just don't have it. They're spanning all kinds of trouble.
He gets double teamed along the baseline, but finally gets rid of it. Gets to Houston. He fire a three. It's no good. And rebound comes off to Miles. Has it knocked away by Houston. And he saves it into Suggs. Into Williams. Puts it up off glass and in. Williams gets his third basket. He has 6 points. And good hustle.
Still within reach, Ken, at 4:09. It's Mount Vernon only down 11.
40-29. Miles has it. Cross court it goes to McCargo. Out front to Dildy. He goes inside. Miles layup good. Beat the defense and got a foul on Houston. Houston got
trouble with his headset. It keeps falling off of me.
And the free throw is up and good by Miles. 43-29. 14-point lead for Mount Carmel over Mount Vernon. Hawkins has it. He starts to drive, gets inside, puts it up, and we got a block on.
We're just busting into the scoring column.
And he makes the free throws. It bounces around and falls in. He completes the three-point play. Makes it an 11-point game again as Mount Vernon goes to the press and backcourt. Miles brings across the timeline. Gives it to Pearson on the left side. Out to Miles. Inside, try to go to Pearson, knocked out of bounds by Suggs.
Take some air out of the ball, and that looks like that's what they're going to do. And Mike Curtis' mastery at Trout Gym will continue.
They spread the offense out here. And Dildy goes on the right side to McCargo. Back out to Miles.
I'm doing
3-10.
I'm doing my math right. Mike Curtis 11-1 in this building. 4 wins, 3 wins, and a loss. 11-1. It's a pretty good number.
Out front. It goes back to Miles. Under 3 minutes to go now. McCargo. They just play catch around the perimeter and look for somebody on the inside to get a backdoor cut and get an easy basket. Pearson has it with Suggs on him. Pearson dribbles. Gets double teamed, throws it away.
Here, Nick Irvin, one of the best in the country.
And on the dribble is Hawkins. He brings across the timeline against the zone now of Mount Carmel and almost stolen away, but Hawkins gets it back. He gets the free throw line, forces one up, no good. Junius fought for the rebound, but Hawkins gets it, puts it up and in. He's fouled.
Well, I won't do that. it was on Gerard McCargo.
Right. And the free throw's good by Hawkins. He has 6 all in the quarter. It's 43-35. It's an 8-point game. With 2:18 to go, it still has time. Mount Vernon does. Dildy in backcourt, almost stolen. Miles gets it, and he's fouled by that, and they get into Miles, and almost over and back. Not quite. He's on the dribble. He goes cross court, does Miles. Along the baseline it goes to McCauley, back out to McCargo, to Dildy, and he's fouled.
Shows you what confidence, Ken, that Mike Curta has in his young freshman here, leaving him in this game in crunch time with an 8-point lead.
And he rolls it in. This one. And he doesn't. Rebound comes off to Hawkins. As we go under 2 minutes, Hawkins brings across the timeline. Sees an opening, goes all the way in. Has it stripped away. Span picks it up, has a shot blocked, out of bounds. They get it in to Sledge. He shoots up an 18-footer and hits it. Sledge gets the basket. He has 8. Hasn't scored for a long time. And it's 44-37. I mean, Fry never took the ball up. He had it in his hands. Free throw's good. Well, it doesn't really matter now.
Doesn't matter now, yeah. He has 13 now in the game. Kevin Fry He's been in a bunch of foul trouble. That he's played well when he's been in there.
So he'll try again, Will Fry. 45-37, a minute 40 left to go in this one. And Fry is ready to shoot the second. It's on its way, and good. So Fry hits both of them. 14 points for Fry, 46-37, a minute 35 to go. Hawkins gives the corner. Williams open for the three. No good. Rebound Sledge with a good rebound. Back out front to Williams. He starts to drive to Sledge along the baseline. Sledge, back out it goes to Hawkins. Hawkins cross court. Suggs. Suggs fires one up. No good. Sledge with a rebound. Fade away up, off glass and in. So Sledge gets a basket. He has 10 now.
Quarter, and that's been a key. He's come on strong here with 7 points in this fourth quarter. 7 big points as it stands right now. It's the difference.
1. It's 9 team fouls on Mount Vernon now. And it's good. He gets double figures. High arching free throw goes in. 48-39. And the clock is down to 105. Sledge has it. Out front it goes to Hawkins. Hawkins has it tipped away by Miles. He's on the run back the other way. Layup good. Switched hands, went with the left, got the basket. They go back the other way, and Spann gets the layup at this end.
I would have thought Ken down on the other end.
His free throws in and out, no good. You jinxed him.
Yes, I did.
Well, he's only 1 for 3.
Wow, you would just think as well as he shoots the ball from 19-9 and beyond that this would be like a layup for him.
Yeah, he makes that one. So he's 2 for 4, 11 points, and it's a 10-point. Now Carmel lead. They can wrap this one up. Sledge has it on the right side. He goes back out to Williams. Williams fires the three. It's no good. Rebound. Marlo Miles comes away with it. And he's in backcourt. Somebody's trying to get to him to foul, and he gets it off to Dildy. Back to Miles. Back to McCauley. They run it around in the corner. Dildy may have traveled, but no call. With 20 seconds left to go, Miles on the dribble.
No sense in fouling now.
Out
no
front,
need to foul now.
Junius has it tipped away to McCauley.
McCauley ends up on the ground, no call.
The freshman Williams is trying to foul, but they're not going to call it.
No need to foul now. Mount Carmel's going to move on, Ken.
And that's it. A break. We'll come back with the post-game stats and stuff right after this.